What is up, everybody? It's Too Cold, and I want to thank you for coming by to take the time to view my video today. Today in this video I'll be going over the guns that I use in the appropriate way I feel to run them so that you play to your gun's advantage. Thought I'd go ahead and start out with the assault rifles today. I don't feel the assault rifles, as of right now, there's very few and far in between big maps that really play to the assault rifle's advantages, you know, which in my opinion are medium to long range. With that said, there are a few maps, though, you know, where they're appropriate guns in my opinion, and you know, have decent sight lines. But my recommendation or my advice would be, if you're going to run the assault rifle, seeing that most of these maps are made up of, you know, just tiny maps in my opinion. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoy that they're small maps, you know. I feel that they did a great job of trying to promote gun-on-gun play, you know, and pretty much kill the camping, you know, so that you're constantly running and gunning. I know I find myself almost all the time in this game sprinting. But anyways, my recommendation would be, if you're going to run the assault rifle, to run one of the machine pistols. I don't know the names of them off the top of my head, but I know when I run the assault rifle class, I run a machine pistol, and the reason I run the machine pistol is if I'm going to go into a building where it's going to be close quarter battles, I usually have my secondary out, you know, should I engage an enemy into close quarter battles. The assault rifles seem to have a lower fire rate than most of the submachine guns do, whereas the machine pistols usually have a decent fire rate and are built for those close quarter battles. So if you're going to run the assault rifle, I mean, it's your choice, obviously, but I would advise running, you know, some sort of machine pistol if you're going to be running into buildings or, you know, up the middle of the map where it's going to be pretty tight and close. Now we'll go over the submachine guns, which in my opinion are the best guns in the game. I'm sure people out there argue that also, you know, a lot of this stuff to argue, but anyways, when this game first launched, my favorite gun at the time was the UMP, you know, the try-hard gun of Modern Warfare 2. But here as of late, man, I've really been digging this P90. It has a decent amount of ammo in it, you know, and I've actually gotten quite a few triple and quad sprays with it, whereas the UMP, you know, the best I think I got out of it was a triple spray. And by the time I hit the last bullet, you know, I was pretty much stuck in the reload, where this, you know, I've got triple sprays and still had enough to drop another enemy before I'd have to reload, which is, you know, in my opinion, puts you at a great advantage, you know. Especially you slap steady aim on these SMGs, and these things are a beast. My recommendation when you run into SMG, though, is put a silencer on. And that pretty much holds true for any gun you run in this game, in my opinion. I don't run sniper rifles, so I won't be able to give you too much advice as far as snipers go, you know. But yeah, run a silencer. I do run assassin most of the time too, which I'm sure I'll get flamed for. But yeah, the silencer, you know, as everybody knows or will know now that watches, keeps you off the mini map. You know, back in Modern Warfare 2, you get away with running a non-silenced gun, but it seems like you know, with the more Call of Duty titles come out, the more players get better, and they tend to watch that minimap just a little bit more. So, yeah, put a silencer on, and you know, even if you're in a lobby with noobs, you know, that are pretty much new to the Call of Duty series, they notice that minimap, and they know enemies are red dots. So you'll notice a lot of lobbies. You know, I call them the red dot chasers. You know, sometimes, you know, I'll be a dick like in a free for all. If I'll run an unsilenced weapon, put a bullet or two into the air, and that's pretty much like ringing the dinner bell for the noobs, but that's a different subject entirely. Next, I'll briefly go over the LMGs, and I say briefly because I haven't run an LMG since this game came out. The LMGs, in my opinion, put you at an extreme disadvantage. I mean, I don't care how you use them, you know, you're camping with them, whatever the case may be. The LMG for me just is not an appropriate gun, and something they should take out, you know, and add some more submachine guns or a couple more assault rifles or something. These maps are way too small. With the way it reduces your sprint, pretty much kills the gun entirely. And you know, these small maps, I mean, do you ever really have to lay down cover fire or support fire for your team? The game modes I play, anyways, you know, LMG is just not an appropriate gun unless you like to put yourself at a disadvantage. You know, you're one of the underdogs and that's your thing. But sniper rifles, like I said, I won't even bother touching them because I don't snipe. I know a lot of people say it's easy in this, you know. In Black Ops I sniped, Modern Warfare 2 I sniped. But this game, like I said, the maps are smaller. I enjoyed that they did what they could by using the kill streaks now with the support, so that, you know, it just opens the game up so much more, and it favors the running gun type players rather than the camper or, you know, whatever the case may be. Now the shotgun for me really doesn't do the trick. Yeah, I know I said these are smaller maps, and the shotgun definitely is a gun that is designed for very close quarters, but none of these maps, in my opinion, are fitting to run a shotgun. Yeah, they're close quarters, but they're not really that close. I mean, I guess I could use cover if I went cover to cover. I could run a shotgun, but man, when this game first came out, by the way, the shotguns were terrible. Like, I hit a guy in the back with that, what is that shotgun? The Striker, the one with the big drum magazine on it. Shot him 4 times in his back, had his backside clearly, and he still turned and won the gunfight, you know. I suppose that could have been lag, which this game is famous for at this time, but, you know, it's peer-to-peer. I mean, what are you going to do? I do believe, however, though, for those of you people out there that enjoy running the shotgun, that they've done something to it, because the other night I was dicking around. I made a fun class, running around with the riot shield, and I had my secondary as a shotgun, so I was dropping people, but I don't know, the shotgun for me is just not an enjoyable gun. You know, I can use these SMGs pretty much like an assault rifle. That's why I just prefer the SMG all around. The SMG to me is just a great gun, and I don't know. Anyways, what do you guys think? What's your favorite guns? Or at least what class of guns do you enjoy? The assault rifle, the SMG, the LMG, the sniper rifle, the riot shield? Leave a comment or two. Tell me, you know, what class you enjoy and what gun from that class and why. Anyways, that about wraps up all I got for today. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Put it to good use. This has been Too Cold, and I'm out. Peace.